Hello everybody, this is Wolfshirt with another episode of Ghouls and Ghosts. Now I was rifling through my special Platinum Mega Collector's Edition of Ghouls and Ghosts. I went through it earlier today and I found an interesting bit of extra content that Capcom slipped in there. It's a letter from the company. It was right inside the cartridge and I found it pretty interesting, so I figured I may as well read it here. And if you're saying to yourself, Wolfshirt, how can you be reading a letter and playing the game at the same time? Well, here's the letter. Dear valued customer, they say, thanks for purchasing Ghouls and Ghosts for your home video game entertainment system. You may be noticing that this game is quite different from our other popular series, Mega Man. In Mega Man, you can get hit quite a few times. You get hit, you get hit, you get hit, you get hit, you keep getting hit, and even if you're down to 1 health bar after your other 150 health bars have been depleted, you don't need to worry. You may have been noticing that just about every enemy you defeat has been dropping a health tank that will refill all your health. And if you run out of health, and heaven forbid we can't give you a health tank, you have a handy-dandy little reserve tank in your inventory that'll heal you even further. And seeing as you're playing Ghouls and Ghosts on the Genesis system, you're probably also a big fan of Sonic. In Sonic, they spoon-feed your rings. Hundreds of rings. Thousands of rings. So many rings that when you get hit, they'll fly out and spread so far about the screen that you can't move a muscle without collecting 50 or 60 of those rings back. As long as you keep getting the rings back, you can keep getting hit. And even if by some ludicrous series of events you do get down to 1 ring, no need to fear, that ring moves at roughly 2 centimeters an hour, and you're motherfucking Sonic. You can get that ring back and take another hit. You get a ring, you take a hit. You get the ring, you take a hit. As long as you keep getting that ring, you pretty much got unlimited hits. And everybody loves The Legend of Zelda. In The Legend of Zelda, they give you hearts. They're just overflowing with hearts to give you. They're in the trees, they're in the rocks, they're in the enemies. If a mouse farts, he's most likely farting out hearts. And when you can't fit any more hearts into your health bar, that's simple enough, just collect some heart pieces. They aren't hard to find, really. Just ask a villager. He'll give you a cryptic clue to look at the waterfall. That waterfall 2 pixels away, behind the red house and next to the blue rock. Hit that tree beside the waterfall with an arrow and he will make you a bridge that'll take you right to that heart piece. And if you figure out that cryptic clue, you can collect enough heart pieces, and you get a full heart container. Don't feel like collecting those? Don't worry, just beat the bosses. They'll give you a full heart container just for going through the trouble of playing the game. But near the end of the game, it's not uncommon to have upwards of 15 heart containers under your belt. That's not so bad, so the enemies can hit you 15 times. Well, most of the enemies don't hit you for a whole heart. Some don't even hit you for half. Some might only hit you for a quarter of a heart. That's upwards of 60 hits if you do the math. Not only that, throughout the game you're getting bottles. You may get up to 5 bottles in the game, and you know what those bottles can contain? Fairies. You know what they do? They heal you, fully and completely, upon death. Surely they balance that out. They make the fairies hard to find. They let you only carry 1. No way, motherfucker, this is Zelda, and the fairies are floating out in an open field by the only big tree in the game. If you find one, you catch it in your bottle. You leave the screen, you come back in, that fairy's back. But it's in your bottle. How can it be back? Fuck logic, catch it again. Leave the screen, catch it again. Fill those bottles, now you can take up to 300 motherfucking hits. But you aren't playing Zelda. You aren't playing Sonic. You aren't even playing motherfucking Mega Man. You're playing Ghouls and Ghosts. You get 2 hits. Fuck rings, fuck health tanks, and fuck hearts and fairies. 2 hits. You can't improve your stats, you can't make your character stronger, you can't even hold 2 different motherfucking weapons at the same time. You get hit once, you lose your armor. Get hit again, you're fucking dead. And maybe if we're feeling benevolent, we may, on a whim, send down a treasure chest, and what's inside? Well, 90% of the time it'll be a little magician man who will turn you into an old man or a duck. When you're the duck, you can run and you can jump, but you can't shoot. You know what we're gonna do now? We're gonna send so many enemies on the screen at once that every pixel of the screen will be filled. You can't shoot? Well, fuck you. And so that 10% of the time that you don't send something to kill you in the chest, it'll most likely be a crappy weapon. But then there's 1% of the time when the planets align and your human sacrifice has sufficiently pleased us, we'll give you back your suit of armor. And if you calculate the extra hit you can get with that suit of armor back, that's a grand total of 3 hits. Whoop-de-fucking-diddly-doo, 3 hits. And you know why we do this? Because we're Capcom, you piece of shit. You see that property of written on the cartridge? That's not for the license, that's for your ass. We own your ass and you'll just smile and keep shoveling in the quarters, you mindless drone, because we're Capcom, bitches. So again, thank you for your purchase. Now suck it hard. And I just thought that'd be interesting to read, and no, look at that. We're done. Well, thank you for watching. Maybe next time I'll do some commentary. See ya.